Now, when it comes to both planning and motivation, goals are the way to go. We have a considerable amount of evidence to say that motivation is goal-directed, as well as effective planning is also goal-directed. Why goals? Why are goals so important? Well, first off, goals direct attention. They tell people what is important and what are the things that they should be focusing on. Also, goals facilitate planning. All right, so once you know what you are to accomplish, then it becomes a lot easier to come up with a plan on how to accomplish it. When we have long-term goals, we can take those long-term goals and we can break them down into short-term goals. And so this is one of the ways in which we can take a strategic plan, which may cover 5 years, and translate it into weekly goals. Also, goals, if they're done well, allow you to assess progress because you can take a measurement to see where you are versus where you need to be. And then also, achieving goals creates satisfaction among the person who is achieving them. And so by setting a bunch of small goals, you can and you achieve those goals, you feel good about achieving the goals, and then that helps fuel your motivation going forward. Now, when it comes to goals, people talk about SMART goals. You're going to hear this term a lot, SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So specific and measurable, these two go hand in hand. So this means that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, it needs to be relatively specific, as well as measurable in some way. A rather simple example would be wanting to lose weight. Saying, I want to lose weight is a horrible goal because it is neither specific nor measurable. But if I say, I want to lose 5 pounds, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to lose 2 inches off my waist, these things are specific and measurable. Then by having these things, it starts to facilitate the planning. Then we get to achievable. The research is very clear on this. Goals that are difficult but attainable are the best goals to have because you get the best performance. Now, in terms of what is a difficult goal, in my opinion, a difficult goal is something that you really have to work on every day in order to achieve it. Then we have relevant. So relevant here is the goal needs to be tied into whatever either the bigger goal is that you're trying to reach or tied into your values or the values of the organization. And then finally, it needs to be time bound. And so there needs to be a deadline. Going back to the weight loss example, 5 pounds in a year, that's too easy. That's not going to be terribly motivating. 5 pounds in a day, that's probably impossible. So we can play around with the time period that is used, and that helps not only set the difficulty of whatever goal we're trying to achieve, but also it helps create motivation because it is something that you have to work on now. Never underestimate the motivating potential of a deadline.